Okay. Look like some martial arts stuff.
You are a martial artist, all right. So here we go.
Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy Giz.
Hey, what's up, RicNamas? What y'all doing? RicNam in the house.
Rick.
We're still working on our introduction for you guys, but any hoodaloo. A couple of weeks ago, we asked you guys about relationship questions. It was a general. It was an IG on Facebook, so if you guys don't have us, I will have to link those accounts down below. But anyways, you guys, we sent that out and we asked you guys to send us relationship questions. It didn't have to do with us. It was anything you guys wanted to know. A general question about relationships. So, after we put that out to you guys, here is the questions you asked us. Question number 1.
Question numero uno.
Okay. Hit them with it.
Do voices outside of a relationship help or damage? Once again, do voices outside of a relationship help or damage
your relationship?
My personal opinion is if they're not for both of you guys, they're against both of you guys. What would it look like for me to take advice from people that are in this area that are only for me and don't really get along with Laura? I feel like that's only causing division, separation in a relationship, that you need someone who will pour into both of you guys and think of it as, I need to help not only Benjamin, but I need to help Laura. You know what I mean? It's not, a relationship is about us, you know what I mean? So if someone's giving us advice, they have to be for both of us or not for us at all. So that's my take. Bambeezy.
So to clear up what he means for you guys, he means like, does the people who are speaking into your relationship have both of your best interests in mind, in heart? So it can't just be someone who would take sides or pick teams or has favorites, like you know they like Benjamin but they don't like me, or they know they like me and they don't like Benjamin, so it can be vice versa. But relationships outside of voices outside of your relationship, I think, can do both. It can hurt and it can help, just depending on who that person is. If you're listening to someone who is not going to guide you spiritually correctly, then yeah, that voice is probably going to damage it. You can't just hear and take advice from anyone who doesn't know what the heck they're talking about. You want to make sure you're getting advice for someone who is credited, whose relationship in their life would reflect something you might want.
People that you can look at their relationship and be like, wow, that's something I admire. People that you see growth, constant growth in their relationship. No one's perfect, but someone who will fight through what it needs, fight the good fight for the love and the relationship and the respect that they have. So once again, it's not about someone who picks sides, but a relationship who is for the both of y'all. So
that means just listen to the voices that you really care about and you know has good intentions for you.
Yeah, listen to Laura. Whatever I said didn't matter, so she has to say what that means. That's what happens when you get with a girl. She has to add what that means. I
just want to make sure it's clear so you guys understand. I'm sorry, babe.
It's clear. It's all right.
No, I always like to reiterate things to make sure
4 times.
It's okay.
Okay. Question numero dos.
Question number 2.
What would it be?
Okay. What signs/ways do you have to know it's real after dating that person and marriage being that next step? So basically, do you have signs or ways you would know that this is a person you should marry after dating? So do you know about any signs or any ways?
One of the signs that I looked for was she has to have the same moral respect, the same personality. You want someone who will, at least me, I wanted someone who would respect themselves, not just for me, but for themselves. You know what I mean? I want someone who would represent me well when I'm not around. I do love my God time, and I love Jesus every time. You know, it's something that I'm about. You know what I mean? You may not be perfect, but I feel like live Christ-centered, and that's something that I like about her. You know, Laura is super Christ-centered. She checks me at times. It's rare for me to check her, but when it does happen, I'm like, yes! No, but for real, just look for someone who would respect you and love you, not just when they're in front of you, not just when they're present. So, you know, someone who goes the extra mile, I had to marry that person.
So the one thing, and I can't stress this enough, and the one thing I feel like seals the deal for me is you have to have peace. That is one sign, that is one way that I am so certain about. And being a believer, I feel like you know that. When you know deep down in your spirit that God is not okay with this, you do not step forward in that relationship. The reason why is because if you do step forward, you will know that it's going to crash and burn, because when something is of God, you just get a overwhelming peace, something that makes you feel okay to proceed forward. I mean, proceed forward with caution. You never know. But one thing you have to have, a must, is peace.
And even if you're not of faith or a believer, if you have to second guess the person every once in a while, that should be a sign that you shouldn't do it. Because marriage is something more than just moving into a house. If you are in a relationship and the puppy love season is gone and you are getting stressed out and annoyed, oh my God, this ain't cute anymore, you shouldn't be in a relationship with anybody, because everybody goes through a puppy love season, and love is really shown when the puppy love season goes. You know what I mean? If I want to stick with her and she's all naggy and I'm all being a pain in the butt, if we really do love each other, we will stick with each other no matter through the fun moments and through the hard times. And if you can do that before marriage, because it only gets tougher in a marriage. You know what I mean? There are going to be times you don't like the person. But I mean, people change. You know, there's going to be things about Laura that I'm learning now. And she might not like something she likes now next year. You know, you got to learn to adapt with a person. That's going to be a lifetime adventure. And you got to be committed. You know what I mean? Marriage is an oath, like a respect. Even when I turn my back, it will not be stabbed. I will respect you in the toughest moments, even if I don't want to like you. You know, I will respect you, and you have to be able to love people through thick and thin. You know, it's not about the cute moments all the time. But that's my take.
And there you have it. Signs and ways to know whether you should take the next step into marriage.
That should be a good enough information.
That was plenty to run with, honey. And third question, which is our last question, it's going to be,
how important is marriage counseling, and
what do you get out of it? So we both went through 6 weeks of marriage counseling.
6 weeks. It probably was a little more.
A little more.
But it was a standard 6 week.
But I mean, how important is it to you, and what did you get out of it?
You can go first.
Okay, you want me to start. I personally loved marriage counseling because I felt like Benjamin and I were dealing with things that we kept bumping heads about, and we weren't coming up with an agreement. We weren't finding middle ground. And I felt like marriage counseling really helped elevate my mindset. It helped me see a different perspective of, okay, this is where he's coming from. If my mind is set in a certain way, it's probably because I'm like glued to my answer and he's stuck with his ways. But having a spiritual leader or having a marriage counselor that can see your relationship from where you both are coming from really helps find a solution to your problem. One thing our pastor really stressed on us is both of us having the same visions for our lives, and that's why we tell you a sign in a way is you guys have to share the same morals and the same passions for certain things, just because you're going to be spending so much time together, and it's going to be hard if you guys both don't have any alikeness or anything in common that you guys enjoy doing together. At the end of the day, you guys have to have a foundation in which you want to lead your family.
For me, to be honest, I did not want to do marriage counseling when I first started. Not at all. I'm here like, no, not especially pastors, not no pastors. I don't want, No, I was stubborn, super stubborn. I was being stubborn, and eventually, I'm like, you know what, let's give this a shot. You know what I mean? Just because I knew that I really wanted to do it. I really wanted to get married. And if it was going to be healthy for us, even if I really didn't want to do it, I was going to do it. Eventually it came down. I really wanted to take more classes, and I will still contact my pastors if I need further advice, or not just advice, but just if I have a comment and I want to express myself just about something and get their response about it. It helped tremendously. Like Laura said, we both look like rams with our disagreements, and we were just at all moments just bumping heads. I mean, me and Laura get along a lot. She deals with my craziness, as you guys can see in the videos, and I get to deal with her spontaneous craziness as well. Perspectives. We, as human beings, Laura has her way of being and I have my ways of being. That goes for any relationship. You guys know, as cute as y'all think y'all is, y'all think different, as similar as, oh my god, we twins, look at IG post. No, it does not look that cute at all moments. Stop Instagram. You guys are throwing a filter of BS in front of people. I have my way of thinking, she has her way of thinking, how she grew up and what she's seen, and how I grew up and what I seen. I really didn't want failure to be a part of my marriage. But at the end of the day, you have to play your role. If you're a husband, you have to learn what a husband does and how he does it to execute it correctly. And as a wife, she had to learn the same thing, just insight of how they're doing it and how we can do it. And especially if it's someone mature in marriage, they already experienced certain things. Marriage counseling is basically a bunch of road signs. You know what I mean? Life road signs. If you're going down a road, you want potholes signs to be on the street. If there's a whole bunch of potholes, that's how it is when it comes to marriage counseling. It gives you a heads up on what may come and how to avoid it. And that's what I appreciated about marriage counseling. Like we said in the first question, or was it the second question, which was, who is the right people and how do you know, you know? It's like, you want someone who is for the both of you guys, that love both of you guys dearly, and that want nothing but to see you guys happy, and is not gonna hate on you guys. Like, oh my god, they're so cute, whatever. You might see certain people that be like, oh my god, y'all so adorable, and at the same time when you turn around, or when they turn around, they're not thinking that. So you have to be able to know and discern truly in your heart, in your soul, in your mind, know that person will go that extra mile for you guys. Our pastors took time to get off work. They would come and go to work an hour early and meet us up, and Mina was perfect because we were all on the same page. We were both happy about it, and we had a great time. And now I know what certain things that I can do as a man to forever please her in all aspects. And you know, I appreciate marriage counseling because of that. So if you guys are serious about marriage, check it out. Don't be closed-minded, you know, just go for it, you know.
Yeah, be open to marriage counseling. Marriage counseling is an accountability. It's just people who always constantly check up on you and you know is praying for you, and I feel like that is so important for people to pray for your marriage. Christ is our foundation, and there's just no way around that, and that, I feel like that is our glue and that is our bond and what holds us together. So be open to it. Take marriage counseling. I feel like you have nothing to lose. If anything, it just opens your mind to things that you possibly didn't even think about, which I know it did for me. It helped me grow, develop skills in what is required in being a wife and taking that role. And it's going to be a constant journey. It's not just over at the end of marriage counseling. Marriage is going to be a lifelong process.
Yeah, we can, let's just say, not just our pastors, a couple that's a role model. You know what I mean? Because it could be anybody. It doesn't have to just even be a pastor. It could be a role model that is, you know, that wants to give you marriage counseling. You know, it's awesome. If it's Christ-centered, it's even better to me, in my opinion. I know Laura would second that. It's awesome to have people to pour into you. That way we're not just bumping heads on the same thing. Oh no, this how it, oh no, this and that, this and this. And now there's so much that goes into the marriage, the covenant, the union. There's so much that goes into it. So marriage counseling is a good start off place.
And there you guys have it. We hope you guys took away a little something from this video. And If you guys like these videos, be sure to give us a thumbs up and comment if you want to see more of that, because we are just exploring fields right now, so we're open to everything. You guys, whatever you guys want to see, help us out.
Of course, click that bell, post notification. We'll always be updating you with new material. One thing that I was gonna say is, if you have anybody, you know anybody that is in a situation that might like to listen to this message, this advice, or whatever you might want to call it, share with them, you know, share with them. That way they don't have to feel like that they're the only people going through that. You know, we went through it, and we want you guys to know that, you know, you're not alone. You're not the only person that thinks about, should I do this, should I do that, or I don't want to do it. You know, show your man, show your girl, whatever it is, share it with them, and I know that they will retain something good out of it. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. RicNam, RicNamas, we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
So boop, I'm back. Because I just wanted to tell you guys. So relationships aren't perfect. It's gonna have its ups, it's gonna have its downs. It's a working process, you guys. Relationships are work. As much as they're beautiful, they're also can be at times very ugly. It's a pruning process. So you guys just pray about it, really seek the Lord about it, and seek marriage counseling. We recommend it, you guys. And we'll see you on our next video. Kapow!
See, she didn't even let me say goodbye to you guys. Peace.